Right, 14 November 2025, and today I'm joined by a special guest from the MDC. Sir, please can you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. The name is Monashe Naftalimupa. I'm the MDC USA provincial treasurer and interim secretary for information and publicity.
Okay, fantastic. So I would like us to go through what has happened in the past few months, leading to what has happened this week. Please, can you take us through everything that has happened and where we are now?
All right. So the journey commences in February when the court decided that Mr. Mwonzora was appointment through the Congress of 2022 was unconstitutional, and therefore he was supposed to call for Congress within 6 months. So Mr. Mwonzora did not proceed to do that, and we are a party of the people. Our goal is to ensure that we fix the economy and people live the lives that they are meant to live. And therefore, since the journey started then, we decided as a party to act and remove Mr. Mwonzora to ensure that we take back the party to the people. So that's the long and short of the story.
Okay, so what you're explaining to us, and welcome leader Moyo, Dan Moyo. You are the chairperson of the MDC in the United States.
Thank you, Mr. gAMBAKWE, for having us. Appreciate.
Okay, fantastic. So as we're just starting here, we're given by Mukoma Monashe Mupa a description of what has happened since February. But I think people want to know what happened last week. We saw the MDC leader, Mwonzora, being locked out of Harvest House. Can you explain that portion? What was happening there?
Okay, yeah, certainly. I'm sure your listeners and Zimbabweans at large are aware that there was a High Court judgment that was issued by Judge Joe on February 28th of this year, 2025, which basically nullified Mwonzora's Congress of 2022, thereby rendering Mr. Mwonzora illegitimate, an illegitimate leader of the party. And they instructed the party to hold a fresh Congress within 6 months. That 6 months has since elapsed as of August 27, 2025. The 6 months that the High Court had stipulated had expired, and the Mwonzora had not done anything towards rectifying the situation and ensuring that a fresh, free, and fair Congress is held. And we, the members of the MDC, have been constantly pushing Mwonzora to say, let's honor the High Court judgment, let's hold this Congress and elect new leadership, to no avail. And so what transpired last week is that the youth, being guided by our Secretary for Defense, Mr. Shakespeare Mukoyi, decided that enough was enough. Time is running out. We have an election to start preparing for 2028, and the party is still in disarray. And therefore, they found it very necessary to step up as the youth. As you know, the youth are the vanguard of the party. They are the protectors of the party. So they stepped in to say, okay, we need to have the court judgment implemented. And that is the reason how and why they took over Harvest House.
Okay, that is understandable. So what is happening next? Where are we going from here? I don't know who's going to give us the next steps. We are clear that this process started in February with the judgment, and now we have gotten to a point where that is being enforced. Where are we going from here?
Yeah, well, I will defer to our Secretary for Policy and Research. I believe he's probably joined. I'm not sure if that's him because I can't see clearly here. But if Mr. Shelton Jerry, if Dr. Shelton Jerry has joined, maybe he can answer that. Leader Jerry, can you please step in? We can't hear you. I think you are muted.
Okay. Now, I'm here now. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So the next way forward is clear. Our party has a constitution. We are not going to do anything outside of the constitution. What Leader Den has just alluded to, the defense secretary has been tasked to do what he's doing by the party, by the people. This is not a personal thing. It's a national cause. Even donkeys today can run away when you say Douglas Mwonzora. So we are not going to have Douglas coming back. The way forward is going to come from the people as per the constitution of the party. And as we speak, I think tonight is Zimbabwe time. Leader Mwonzora is going to give a statement, and you will have the way forward. We will not bring out all our operational strategies out into the open because even people like the late Solomon Mujuru were known as Rex. So operational issues will remain operational and people will be told when it is done. Thank you.
Okay, this is very clear, and I think the problem that we've had in the past is that this was not properly communicated, and I'm very happy that you guys have come here to explain everything. You said Mukoyi is going to give a statement. Where can we see this statement?
Definitely, Leader Mwonzora will be having that statement, and we'll make sure by end of day or tomorrow morning, because of the time differences, you will get the statement. Any official communication on the way forward, we have said in view of people wanting to be vultures and some people wanting to destabilize the whole operation, we have only one person issuing official statements, and that mandate so far will be with the Secretary for Defense.
Okay. Now, I think this next question must go back to the chairman. In 2022, who was the president of the MDC?
Well, in 2022, as you recall, maybe we need to take the viewers back to when Morgan Tsvangirai died in 2018. So when Morgan Tsvangirai died in 2018, our constitution is very clear as to who should succeed the president in case they are incapacitated. In this case, we lost our president, and the right thing would have been for Madam Cooper, who was the elected vice president at the time, to take over and then to arrange for an extraordinary Congress within 1 year of taking over, so that that position is filled, and then after that we to call for a Congress to be held. So now taking back, you know what happened in 2018, there was the whole thing with Chamisa usurping power unconstitutionally, which led to another lawsuit, the Mashavire case, which he lost. And then people who had gone with him, which includes Mwonzora, who had gone with Chamisa, came back after the Mashavire case and one rejoin the original MDC, of which Dr. Cooper and the other leaders welcomed them back. And we're supposed to have we're supposed to then kickstart that process and have an extraordinary Congress. That extraordinary Congress was held, but again, there were issues on the credibility of that extraordinary Congress. I remember Mr. Paddington being on your platform, explaining again then that the proceedings towards that Congress were illegal. And there were a lot of skirmishes, as you saw. Even Madam Cooper was slapped on the face on that day. And she and the other contenders, Mutsuri and Komichi, they all rebuked that Congress, and they walked out of it and they rendered it null and void. But nonetheless, Douglas Mwonzora continued. So to answer your question shortly, Douglas has been illegitimate from the onset. And this has been festering and ongoing in him trying to expel bona fide members from the party so that he could cover up his shenanigans. So as far as some of us are concerned, we really haven't had a president of the MDC since Morgan Tsvangirai died in 2018.
Okay, but what does the court say? What was the ruling of the court? I know that in Mashaviri, they made a determination. What is the determination now according to the court ruling of February?
The court rulings stated that we should have our Congress within 6 months. And that 6 months has since lapsed, and that Congress has not been conducted. So the members have now taken the matters into their own hands and took over the party so that they can implement that court judgment.
Okay, so according to that court judgment, which executive is legitimate if Mwonzora was not legitimate? Because that Congress was ordered by the court. Which executive is legitimate right now?
There is no legitimate executive. There is legitimate bona fide members of the MDC.
Okay, from which point are you going? So I just want you to explain to me, because this is very important.
Yeah.
When Morgan Tsvangirai died in 2018, is that where we're going back?
Yes, card-carrying members have all MDC card-carrying members are the ones with the mandate to go forward and restructure the party, organize the structures again, and have congresses so that we can then go lead to the ordinary Congress.
Okay, so does it mean that we are now back to Chamisa and Madam Cooper as co-vice presidents?
That is all those things were overtaken by events, Mr. gAMBAKWE. At this point, it is the members who have the mandate to decide how they are going to move forward.
Okay, so you won't have another challenge coming from someone who comes from that time saying this was nullified and now I'm in charge.
We will ask them where were they for the past 5 years? Why are they only coming today when the members have decided to take the party back?
Okay, that is clear to me. I just wanted to clarify for everyone that you are using February as the starting point with no executive. You are not going back to 2018.
No, we are not.
If you look at the organizational structure, leader, Mr. gAMBAKWE, with all due respect, what Douglas Mwonzora has managed to do since the time he purports to have taken over power was to disenfranchise all members of the party. And that has been his modus operandi, to leave this party the same way he left Zoom. You know, Zoom is no longer there. The same way he left UANC. He is that kind of a character who would want to destroy everything that he comes across. So we are not going to allow it. And to answer your question, just like Leader Dene said, the party remains in the hands of the people, because the party belongs to the people. It is a people's party. It is not anybody's personal property.
Okay, fantastic. So we've got one person who hasn't talked, MDC Youth USA. Please introduce yourself and let's take it from there.
All right, thank you. Hello. All right, representing the Youth Assembly for USA, as well as the youth all over the world who are bona fide members of the Movement for Democratic Change. We are in 100% solidarity with what has transpired, and we are behind the Secretary of Defense in the job that he has carried out. The MDC has seen individuals who perceive that this formidable, once formidable, it is still formidable, party is associated with their genealogy. We will not have that. That is beyond our very belief that we stand for. For far too long, we have witnessed people corrupt and destabilize the party. And as of such, we are targeting the enemies around to regain the favor of the people and to bring back the party to the people. We are doing a responsibility that is solidified and supported by the people. This has nothing to do with any individual, any member, bona fide member of the party going rogue. This is in allegiance and in alliance to what the High Court judgment requested. The 6 months had transpired. We gave the so called leaders the time and purpose to carry out what had to be done. But it seems as though people take silence for granted and they believe that the youth do not have a voice. And as such, we have certain individuals who perceive that the power belongs to them and not to the people. That is not.
I'm in a meeting, but
that is not what we stand for. And so, what has been clarified by all the leaders here present is that as a way forward from here on forth, is that the party is now in the hands of its members. Make no mistake, the party did not leave, the party is here. So if you hear any hogwashes or any so-called members saying that the party has been hijacked, that is a fallacy on their side. They should wake up. We are not going to leave the party in the hands of people who have caused a sorrowing event where we were not be able to partake in the elections. We were not able to actually show people and members that no, we are still the party that you chose. We are still the party that will stand with you. So, standing on behalf of those members of the youth, of those forgotten, like the forgotten soldiers that we have in our Heroes Acre, so is also for the forgotten soldiers that we have in the Democracy for Change, and that will remain as so. The party belongs to the people, and the party has been returned to the people. So let no one think otherwise and say no, there will be any other party that will come from within their families. That will not work, and we will not take that.
Okay, fantastic. I'm very excited with what you guys have done. Let me say the name MDC is very close to the hearts of many people. There is no one who doesn't have some love for the MDC and its history. So I would like to ask that we wrap up. Can we just do a round, go around, starting with yourself? Let's start with the chairman, and then we end with the spokesperson, because the MDC youth have already spoken. So I think, is that order correct, Mkoma Mnashe? Or should I start with you and then we'll go to chairman?
Well, the chairman should start.
Okay.
No, I think I can wrap up. You go ahead, Mr.
Okay.
Mukoyi.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So thank you so much, Mr. gAMBAKWE, for having us. And I believe the people have heard from the various leaders of our executive team here from the USA. We are pretty excited for the journey that is ahead of us. We do have a mammoth task, and I would like to remind every citizen that our mandate is to ensure that we rescue our financial situation as an economy so that we give our people of Zimbabwe that is what they deserve. And as a party, as the MDC, we are not stopping here. We have started by doing the right thing within the party, and we will follow the constitution to ensure that we we carry out our mandate. And at the end of the day, our goal is to make sure that things are done right. And hopefully in 2028, we will win and ensure that people have the livelihoods that they deserve. Thank you.
Okay, that is great. So, Chair, can you please wrap up for us? And then, as usual, my suggestion is that as we develop this situation, you come here and explain every day. People really want the MDC to do well. There's so much love for the MDC, but I have a feeling, Chair, that there's a bit of lack of clarity right now on the leadership. I don't think Mukoyi by himself can be the only leader. So please explain for us more as you wrap up. To say, what is the leadership like right now? Where are decisions being made? When can we expect some movement on these outstanding issues?
Thank you very much, Mr. GAMBAKWE. First and foremost, for hosting us on your platform. We really appreciate this because the people need to know. The people are hungering and thirsting for information regarding their party. The people love MDC. They loved it from way back. And they have shown that the MDC is a powerhouse. It's just that since Morgan Tsvangirai died, there has been no proper leadership that is elected by the people taking over and run and continuing with the party. So we are saying that this is a new beginning, and we are reaching out to all MDC members, everyone who has an MDC DNA. We are calling upon you to come back home. We know that your home has been so dirty and unclean for a very long time. We have taken brooms, the youth are taking the brooms and they're cleaning up the house so that when you come in, you will find a much better, cleaner, more organized house. Now, having said that, the onus is really on the people to make a decision. So the people will be meeting very shortly. As we are talking, there are meetings going on, even in Harare today, as we talk, there are meetings still going on. We are consulting the people because remember, at the end of the day, the power belongs to the people, the party belongs to the people. We just happen to be in provincial leadership, and so we are engaging all the 15 provinces of the MDC. We are coming together as provinces when we are saying let's talk to our constituencies, let's talk to our provinces, and let's come together. The key goal here is to have a Congress within the stipulated 6 months, but that now is going to be detected to by the logistics of what's needed to get us there. But at this current juncture, our call is to unite the MDC members. They come together. What we have been deliberating on is the creation of a caretaker council that will take over the affairs of the party. That caretaker council will be comprised of members coming from the provinces. Because, as we have said, the party belongs to the people. So that caretaker council that the provinces are going to come up with is the one that will run the affairs of the party, and it is the one that will organize the Congress that we're supposed to hold within 6 months.
Okay, Chairman Dan, I know you've wrapped up, but I want to kind of have the last word. I mentioned to you that people love the MDC. Let me tell you my history with the MDC. The first week the MDC was formed, I was a student at NAST, and I was one of the first people to buy a card of the MDC. The point I'm trying to say to you here is many of the people that you know, they are MDC members. We're talking of almost half of Zimbabwe is MDC members. And I believe that if you guys do well what you're doing here, you're going to get a lot of support. And you had gone quiet a little bit. There's been so much confusion, and during the Mwonzora period, like you said, the party was not open to the people. But I believe that if you guys do what you're doing right now, You get so much goodwill and a lot of love to you. But what I want to know is, if we meet next week, please can we clarify on who is in the leadership? We want names. People don't want to go back to the past where the same names were being recycled in the leadership. They want clarity. And I'm sure you'll be able to arrange another day.
Yeah, certainly we will do so.
Maybe where we can say, now we've got a next firm leadership, which is there, which is making decisions.
Yeah, I think we need to give Dr. Jerry also an opportunity to wrap up.
Okay, go ahead, please, Doc.
Sorry, I had to leave a bit because the situation back home is definitely very demanding. So I think what the leadership has said is clear. The party belongs to the people. And this is your party, this is my party, this is everybody's party. It's never a personal thing. When you see any of our leaders making it personal, then it means you have lost relevance with the people. You can only impose yourself on people when you feel that you are not necessary. Right now, people are behind Leader Mukoyi because what has been implemented is exactly what people would want. Thank you so much. All the things coming up, you will be kept informed. We are definitely making the way forward, and we are simply saying this is post Mwonzora MDC.
Thank you very much. And I think let's wrap it up. I'll arrange with Mukoma Munashe, and we'll be back again. We'll reconvene. We'll try to do this as much as possible. This is obviously an exciting period. We all want the MDC to do well. And I look forward to you guys succeeding in going towards the Congress. Thank you very much, and good night to everybody.
Thank you, gAMBAKWE. Before you leave, I just wanted to say, please dust up that card that you have for MDC and come back to the People's Party. We need as many of our members back in the party.
Fantastic. It's definitely something that I look forward to. I have got great love for what Morgan Tsvangirai stands for and stood for, and even all the leaders that have come. I don't think there's anyone right now who can say in their heart they don't have a little bit of MDC.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.